YouTube, what's going on? Your boy, professional Madden player T Davis is back, and today we got a fire tip for you guys. It's going to be a pretty quick video, but we're going to break down how to create a manual kind of halfback screen that can get you easy yardage. It is just so effective this year. We haven't really seen this type of concept work the last few years in Madden. There's something that worked like a couple Maddens ago, maybe 5 years ago, but it is back in Madden 23, and it is one of my favorite tools to add in to beat the blitz, to beat zone coverage, and there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. But you are looking for kind of a specific route, which we'll talk to in a second, but we'll talk about in a second. But I really love this concept, guys. I think you can add it to your offense in any fashion, any form, because it's simple, and all you need to find is one specific route, and then you can, audible to it, whatever you want to do. It's going to be a great way, like I said, beat that cover zero, beat the zone blitz, beat zone in general. Phenomenal way to attack for nice, easy yardage, to get the momentum going, get the confidence going within your offense. So if you guys are enjoying this type of content or any of the content on my channel, make sure you subscribe here, hitting that bell so you're notified when I do drop these tips, all Madden 23 tips as well as daily fantasy content. Hit this video with a like. Let's get a bunch of likes on this. It really helps me out in the algorithm so that I can provide more content just like this for you guys on the channel. And make sure also, down the links in the description below, check out my ebooks, check out my coaching sessions, follow me on all my social medias at tdavisbrand if you guys want to improve as Madden players. And also check out the MaddenAcademy.com. I have a discount code that you can check out in the link in the description below, and you're going to get $25 off any membership over on the MaddenAcademy.com. One of the best sources to learn how to improve as a Madden player if you want to get to that next level. So we got all that stuff out of the way. Let's break down exactly what we're looking for here on this little kind of create a screen type of play. So what I like to look for is in, a lot of times you're going to find this in the doubles or doubles offset formation. There's usually a play called shark halfback wheel. Now, it's usually called that. There's one other play that I think it's in, maybe fade. I think it's called fade wheel or fade something like that. But the most important thing is this running back on this specific wheel. Now, it's different than the hot rotted wheel, which we'll talk about in a second. So you do want this type of wheel route to the running backs. And then we're going to break down a couple formations that you can do this out of. But let's go ahead and run it here versus like a basic. We'll do a cover zero or a zone blitz. Let's see what we can find here. Let's just go cover nickel 2 trap. All right. So you see how this wheel route is much different than the hot rotted wheel route, right? So let me take a look at the hot rotted wheel route for a second, right? You see how it's shorter, kind of comes to the inside a little bit more. It's not as wide. And this wheel route is great for a lot of different things. But on this specific play, look how much wider that wheel route is that gets to the outside there. So it's almost like kind of a swing pass, but like a quicker swing pass. So it's definitely better than the hot rotted swing pass. That's for sure. That goes behind the line. Just not a great hot route this year. But this shark halfback wheel route is amazing. So what we're going to do out of this is we're going to put our tight end on a flat route. He's going to work as almost the lead blocker for this situation, right? And then with circle, you can kind of do whatever you want with him. I kind of mess around with it. Sometimes I just streak him, kind of clear out the defense with him. I like to actually put him on a comeback. I think it works a little bit better to kind of get to the outside and clear him out. You don't even have to hot rod him, though. If you want, you can just keep him on what he's on. But I like to put him on either a streak or a comeback to kind of clear out the defense down the field. So all you have to do on this is when you hike the ball, simply just throw it to the running back wheel as quick as possible, follow your blocks, and get up the field for an easy chunk yardage play. You see that? We get it out there. Look at what the tight end does with that kind of lead blocking situation, right? Let's take a look at the replay here. We didn't get the greatest amount of yardage on it, but we still got an easy 2 or 3 yards. Like it's almost like like I said, it's a manual screen, but almost like a better run play. So you see here, we hike it. We just get it out there as quick as possible. We got our tight end Ian Thomas there on that flat. Works as that lead blocker situation. And boom, we're cooking with sauce there. So I'm actually going to run this versus random defenses because I think this can work versus pretty much any coverage in the game. So let's go ahead and just set it up versus random defenses. Also like to move the ball because you do want to run this to the wide side of the field, in my opinion. Give yourself a little bit more room to work with. So let's go ahead and set it up again here. As soon as we hike it, boom, get it out there to McCaffrey. Wait for that follow that block. We get an easy 5-6 yard gain from a simple check down, right? That lead blocker situation is just so important, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at it again here. Hike it, boom, get it out there, follow Ian Thomas. And that time we had, there's 2 guys there, but we still were able to kind of cut it back inside. And like I said, it's a guaranteed 3 to 6 yards every single time. just like this time it's man coverage. We wait for him to pick it up, and boom, look at that. That's where you're going to get a lot versus the cover 0 man coverage that is so prominent and popular in Madden 23. Now, another thing you can do out of this, go ahead and use a little motion, right? Put triangle on a flat route, motion him over. Now we're going to have double flat routes out there, so we should have double lead blockers. Look at that. So if you want to use a little motion, you can have those double lead blocks out there, which I definitely do recommend, you know, mixing that in occasionally, right? Obviously, if you do it a couple times, they're going to start to be able to tell what you're doing, so you don't want to always do it, but it does help a little bit. But like I said, you can just do it with the tight end lead blocking, and that, you know, is basically just as good here. I'll do it one last time, and then I want to show you guys it from another formation that I really like. This time it's man coverage. Still should work though, so this time we can get out there, we follow those blocks. I mean, that's an easy 8-yard gain all day long. So I want to show you guys one out of gun bunch that I really like here, and it's to play Y curl. So not every gun bunch has this, but a decent amount of bunches in the game have the play called Y curl, and it's the similar thing here, that wheel route to the running back, right? It's different than the hot route wheel route. Let's run this first random coverages. This time we're going to get it over to get the running back going to the wide side. So for this one, you do want to use a little bit of motion, right? And it doesn't matter who you want to use. You want to motion the tight end, you want to motion circle over, just put them on a flat route. Same type of thing. Motion them over. As soon as we hike it, we're going to get it out there to the running back on that wheel route. And that time, Robbie Anderson just did not set a block at all. I mean, that was pretty unlucky right there. It's usually not going to happen. This time, let's go with the tight end. Let's use him a little bit. Get him out there as that lead blocker, and there you go. You see that. And a lot of times, too, the thing I like, for the reason I like this is out of gun bunch, is because a lot of times we are using motion in bunch anyways, right? So they don't really know what you're doing, right? This could be a motion slant. This could be a motion post or a streak or something. So you're just mixing in the offense, right? You're making everything look the same, but then we have this little tool where we can check it down out of the backfield, wait for our blocks to pick up, and boom, we get out wide with Christian McCaffrey. Get him in the open space. If you take a look at this replay here. So you see that we motion over that flat. We kind of throw it to him immediately. We have a 2-on-1 situation now, basically, right? So all we want to do with our user, just be a little bit patient, right? Just wait a little bit, wait for Robbie Anderson to hold that block, and then we get to the outside and we pick up an easy first down. So like I said, this is a really just fun concept as well. Like, I just really enjoy going to it for some quick yardage too. That time was man coverage, so not as good in bunch versus the man. Like I said, I think the doubles one is much better. But like I said, you can just mix this into your bunch offense as well to go with it. You know, you get out there, Ian Thomas hit that block, then we get a one-on-one. We're out there with tons of space to work with. That's why this play is so good, because it's an easy chunk yardage, right? You can either turn this in, you can pick up 2 to 5 yards, but you can also turn this into a house call. You can get 20+ yards, turn this into a touchdown type of play on these wheel routes. So make sure you scout your playbook, look for this type of wheel route where it goes a little bit wider to the outside, get it out there in space with that flat route as that lead blocker, and this play is going to pay dividends for your offense going forward. So if you guys enjoy this, make sure you hit this video with a like. If you have any questions about it at all, let me know in the comments down below. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all my exclusive content here on my YouTube channel. And don't forget to click the links in the description below if you want more cool stuff from your boy.